Welcome, Unity community. We're here with Hazel Davies, Head Master Unity Living Facilitator, myself, Renata Duma, or Rada, also Master Unity Living Facilitator, and we are very happy to welcome Athena Hagen, yet another Unity Living Master Facilitator. This is our Spotlight series on Unity Living Facilitators, so you, our general audience members, can get a feeling for what all of our facilitators are like and what their unique approaches to doing the Unity Living work. Athena, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Renata. Yeah, I'm very well today. Thank you. Excellent. Hi, Hazel.
Hi.
Excellent, excellent. So, as I said, this is our Spotlight series. So the Spotlight is on you today, Athena, and tell us a little bit about how you came to do the Unity Living work and then subsequently became a Master Facilitator.
Okay, so several years ago now, I was really struggling in life. I had basically gotten myself into a position where nothing was really genuine anymore. I was just doing everything to make everybody else happy. I was trying to accommodate and behaving in ways that I thought they wanted me to. And all of my relationships were suffering and my health was suffering. And I couldn't even leave the house because I was a shaking mess. Even stepping out the door, I just couldn't. And I'd been to a couple of therapists that made things a little bit worse. Actually, I ended up leaving those offices feeling worse than when I went in. And I just didn't know where to turn. And my mom one day said to me, Athena, there's this lovely lady that comes into the store every once in a while. I think you'd really like her. And she's got, blue and purple streaks in her hair. And she's really funky, actually. I think you'd like her. And I'm not sure what she does, but I think it might be something you would like to do. And I thought, okay, I'll try. So I think it was probably a month after we had that conversation that I sent out an email to Hazel asking if I could meet with her. And I did. And she told me all about the bubble. And I didn't understand really, but in my heart, I just knew, yeah, this is what I need. There's no real understanding of what this is, but I do need this. And when I got the bubble, I just really did feel at home. And for the first time, I felt secure and energetically held. And I didn't have pricklies in my skin, which is interesting. I didn't know that I was feeling different energies, but when I got the bubble, the prickling stopped. So that was interesting. And it really was a great beginning for the full journey. It wasn't a one stop, get the bubble or the unity field and move on. It was get the unity field and then start living it. And so, yeah.
Hence Unity Living Life. Isn't that great? Yeah. So why was it in particular? I know that you work with children. You're a very, very gifted teacher, and you work with little ones. I also know that from our last conversation, you are a absolute master communicator. Anybody that can speak to a child has to be an absolute master communicator because they will feel through whatever you're saying. And if there is an ounce or even a percentage of an ounce of insincerity or any kind of dualism or whatever, they're just not going to accept it. So tell us a little bit about your background as a teacher and as that master communicator that you are, and how you bring that to your Unity Living practice as a Master Unity Living Facilitator.
Yeah, so I work as a kindergarten teacher in a Waldorf school, and it is very hands-on. The children climb and play and use their bodies, and they have opportunity to be themselves, and it's not academic. It's more of mind, body, spirit kind of education. And when I'm with the children in the classroom, you don't always know what's going on for them, and they don't always know. And sometimes it's just sitting there quietly and holding space. And that's all. And you watch them and see what comes out. Lovely little child struggling with being really anxious, really upset. And just, will you come with me? And it's really just a gesture of welcome. Please feel safe. Please be welcome. And we'll sometimes just sit and watch. And after a couple of moments, they will say, I'm okay now, I'm going to go play. And there's not really a lot of words that have to be exchanged. It's really just providing a space of absolute acceptance and loving warmth and safety. And here you can be as you are. You are welcome. And I get it. I'm not going to judge you. I've been upset. I've been nervous. I've handled social situations not so well. I still do. So mostly it's just coming with a spirit of warmth and welcoming, and being really tuned into what that child could need or what that person could need. It's kind of creative, intuitive, and energetic. That's how I work with my clients as well. Really pulling in whatever tools might be helpful in the moment, maybe artistic, maybe movement, maybe silence, working with energy, using some healing modalities that way. And of course, keeping unity close.
Oh, so beautiful. You know, as you're speaking, I'm wondering if there's a corollary between, or one of the reasons that makes you such an amazing master facilitator is you being like the third wave of starseed, right? And the clients that come to us as being, first, second, third, perhaps, but the children are fourth, right? So you've got hands-on with these incredible advanced beings, and the clients that we work with are all starseeds waking up, right? So
right.
Have you thought about that corollary?
I really have, actually. And it's funny being a teacher. I don't feel often like the teacher. I feel like the student. You know, every child that comes in has something to teach me. And I do feel that with clients too. I'm not going to be standing in your presence with like some kind of greatness. I'm just here with you, learning from you, and I can pass on the things that I've learned, and I can pass along some little strategies, and I can be a safe place for you. And the little beings that are coming in are so interesting. They really are so interesting. And seeing how they work as individuals and also as like cohorts, you know, it's also, I would say in the last 7 years, even, that's how long I've been at the school. The children are always changing. I can see how the earth as we know it will not be the same when they're adults. You know, they are taking us in new directions.
And do you have a chance to also communicate with the parents of the children?
In my role, mostly it's behind the scenes. So I don't communicate with the parents, but I communicate with the other teachers who do communicate with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say usually I work really closely with my colleagues. We all do, actually, and all of my colleagues have a Unity field. So that's pretty wonderful. And when we work together, we come with rather striking depth of insight into the children. And so when the parents do talk to the teachers and they are able to work with them, it's quite lovely to see what can happen for those children.
Amazing work. I mean, it's just amazing work.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel, can you tell us a little bit about what it was like to mentor Athena, because you were her mentor?
It was a joy. It was an absolute joy. It was a privilege. It was a privilege that somebody would come to me, obviously with challenges, but with the trust that I would be able to do what I could do to the best of my ability, and then work together so that life would become easier and more enjoyable. It was an honor.
Yes. So did you know at the time that the blue and purple streaks would bear such fruit?
It was a little crazy time there. Yeah. Oh, what else can I say? I'm a bit crazy. It's okay.
Oh no, it's that. Oh look, I don't know anybody, or none of my friends aren't a little bit that crazy, right? I mean, hello, if you're normal, walk on by. Walk on by. The last time we had an opportunity to chat, we also talked about another aspect of your brilliant communication skills, Athena, and I don't want to let that go by. And I know, Hazel, you spent some time with Athena in her home. So you were privy to the person we're going to talk about. So I just want to set the stage a little bit for the two of you to reconnect on what it was like to be together, and to then have this other interaction, which is again a brilliant example of Athena's ability to get through to people, no matter who and under what circumstances. So over to you guys.
So my stepdad had a stroke, massive stroke, and it took out all of his cognitive capacities. So he cannot speak, and he cannot tell time, and he can't deal with money, but he can do some gesturing, nodding, and he was left with a couple of words. Now, this happened when I was 19, so I've had a lot of practice with this very special human being whose words, and pardon the censorship,
okay,
were fuck and no. And so all of his sentences come out as fuck a no, a fuck a no. And from that, one must decipher what precisely that might mean. You need me to open the door? You are uncomfortable in your shirt? You don't want to go for a walk? Any of those things. It's a bit of a guessing game. And also very entertaining when we go out for dinner and the food is put down. Fuck no. Yes, it's what he ordered. It's okay. It's okay.
The two words that he always wanted to say but never could.
And now he gets lots of opportunity.
Oh, we shouldn't be laughing, but it is so, oh my goodness. Oh,
well.
Now I know those words sound like they're so negative. They become really endearing words. You know, they're just Papa's words. It's how he communicates. And behind those words is a whole lot of other. Like, thank you so much. And oh, I love you. Thank you for stopping by to visit me. And thank you for carrying the conversation when I don't have the capacity. So yeah.
How is he doing now?
Oh, well, we would have to say he's not doing so well right now. When you have had a stroke 25 some years ago, 24 years ago. That's how long it's been. And he now has some Alzheimer's. So when you combine that together, it's a little different. So now it's talking to somebody who can't communicate, who also may not know who you are. It's an extra added bit of gentleness required,
Oh, well,
and certainty.
But how do you feel? Do you feel that you are still able to communicate with him?
Yes, I do. Yeah, even if he doesn't really know who I am, if I'm speaking to him like he's the person that he is, not like he's some kind of invalid, that doesn't go over well with anybody. If I speak to him like a human being and I am kind, and I can show him things, look over here. Oh, yeah, look at the time. It's time for your pills. And just be really, calm and certain inside myself that what I'm saying is really also good for him. And yeah, communication then with him is okay. Sometimes I'll get the phone call from my mom. He is just being so difficult. And of course, if you get all up in arms, it's going to come reflecting right back. So I'll get on the phone. Oh, well, actually, yes, I think you should definitely go to the store with mom. Yeah, okay. And then he's okay to do it. Just to soften things down and allow safety to come pouring in. Yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Hazel, is there something you'd like to ask Athena?
Well, what I'm remembering is a couple of incidences when we were, I think it was doing your Master Reiki or something like that, about the yellow chair.
Ah, the yellow chair.
The yellow chair.
Yes, the yellow chair. And I was getting my Master Reiki. I think it was Master Reiki. And it was actually a very warm greeting with you, Hazel, at the door. Nice big hug. Hello. Oh, what a lovely apartment. It's so nice in here. And went into your treatment room around the corner. Oh, that's a cozy chair. And I went to sit down on the yellow chair. And I got about 2 inches from the seat and I sprung up. Jumped out of the way. Hazel thought I had sat on a tack or something. And I was like dancing around the room. I'm sorry. Oh, that's Jonathan's chair. That's your chair. I'm sorry. I think I got a little from Jonathan.
Well, that was his chair. Like he had that chair. It was a secondhand chair that I picked up, and he just found it very comfortable. And so we always called it. And I still have that chair now. But yes, he liked to sit in the chair a lot. So he continued to sit in the chair a lot. And I actually remember another incident where we were doing a group bubbling for a group, and there were about 12 people. You were there, and I brought in every chair that I had in the apartment, including the yellow chair, not really thinking anything about it, just wanted to have as many chairs as there were people. And people came in. No one person sat in the yellow chair. It was really funny. People even took cushions and sat on the floor, but nobody sat in the yellow chair. I never said anything about it, but it was an interesting time. I think you were the one that said, "Oh, nobody," because
that's Jonathan's chair.
Yeah, lots of fun.
So we froze there.
We had some really good times. I mean, as much as it is work, and it was a lot of work for you to go through the program. But we found ways to make it humorous. We found ways to, laugh, sometimes cry together, so that it was it's a process. What else can you call it? It's a process, and you have to go through it. But coming out the other side, look at you now. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was a really long process. It took.
How long did it take you? It was a while, wasn't it?
It took me 3 years to go through the process, and I was so slow. I was kind of like, it's not really working, but maybe if I just do something else slightly different, it will be working. So, you know, and it took me a long time to get to the realization, that's not working. And then being able to release and carry on in a new way. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Just, I mean, I take my hat off to you because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but you did it. You did it. And, you know, it's great.
And we're all the better for it now. Mm-hmm. So Athena, if you were to say a few words to potential clients, people that you would be working with, how would you invite them to work with you? Your specific, beautiful, gorgeous energy. How would you say whatever you would say to them to invite them to work with you?
I invite people to work with me. I have a special place in my heart for people who are just feeling like they're not confident in the world, not really able to make it somehow, feeling a lot of self-doubt. Okay. I'm not really sure what's happening, Renata.
Oh my God. Okay, let's try that again. We just cut out. I've got 3 bars, so there's no reason. I mean, I know the whole world is going to hell in a handcart, right? And the banks are down and there's no, you know, but right now, excuse me, we need to finish this interview. Okay, I've got 3 bars. So okay. Why don't I start with the question again, because I was cutting out. So let's do that again.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll edit this later. So, so Athena, how would you, with your beautiful communication capabilities and your huge heart, and having gone through such a difficult time, and you're still walking a pretty difficult path with your family situation, but how would you invite someone to work with you? In your own words, what would be the message that you'd like to get across to them so that they would feel aligned with you as their facilitator?
I would say what was so helpful for me with the Unity field and the Unity living process was a feeling of being at home. And I think that's mostly what I would carry forward. If you're afraid to go in the world, if you're not feeling like you're quite at home, if you need somewhere to feel really, really safe and secure, where you can't feel vulnerable anywhere else, I'm here. I'm here. You can talk to me. I actually don't say much. I listen mostly. And anything that you have to say, it won't surprise me. It won't hurt me. You don't have to worry about my reactions. I've got you. I've got you.
Wow, how beautiful. Well, we are all the more lucky and better off for you having committed to becoming a master facilitator, and I thank you for that very much. And Hazel, what would you like to say?
Oh, absolutely. She's a treasure. Absolute treasure.
Absolute treasure.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thank you, ladies. Athena, thank you so much for coming today on Spotlight and for gracing us with your inner and outer beauty. Thanks.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for your great questioning. Oh. And thank you, Hazel, for your patience with me and not giving up on me that whole 3 years. I really appreciate it. I am really here thanks to you. and to the Unity field and on screen, thanks to Renata. So there we go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Godspeed to us all. Cheers. Bye for now.